I'm excited to show you how easily you can make healthier lemon thumbprint cookies with the easiest fresh lemon curd. The cookies are made gluten-free and grain-free with almond and cassava flour. The easy lemon curd is made in about 5 minutes with eggs, butter, lemon juice and zest, and cane sugar. Then it's scooped into the shortbread style cookies before they bake. Then the cookies get a light dusting of powdered cane sugar. If you've never made lemon curd cookies before, this is the recipe for you. Hello there, my name is Nicole Bonilla and I am so glad you're here. If you love healthier, all-natural recipes like I do, then you are in the right place. To make this fresh lemon curd, we're going to start with 2 lemons. And first we're going to zest the outer yellow part of the peel. And we don't want to go too deep into the white area because that's where it becomes more bitter. Zesting 2 lemons will give us about 2 tablespoons of lemon zest. Next we're going to cut our lemons in half and then juice them into a bowl. I love the smell of fresh lemon juice, but you will also quickly discover if you have any cuts on your fingers. We only need 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and I was able to get 1/4 cup just from juicing 1 lemon. You could go ahead and juice both lemons and then keep any extra lemon juice in your fridge for future recipes. So in our bowl with 1/4 cup of lemon juice, we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of lemon zest, 2 eggs, and 1/2 cup of cane sugar. You could also use regular sugar if you like. Then we'll simply whisk this together. Now, many lemon curd recipes will call for just using the egg yolk, but after many taste tests with my family, we prefer using the whole egg that has both the yolk and the white. Not only do we prefer the flavor, but it also cooks up faster. Now, to thicken our lemon curd, we're going to bring a medium saucepan to low heat. Then we'll go ahead and pour in our mixture. Now, by cooking them over a low heat, we are going to be cooking the eggs, but just short of scrambling them. So we'll want to use a spatula and keep the mixture moving for several minutes until it's nice and thick. So after about 2 or 3 minutes, you can see that our sauce is already beginning to thicken. And we'll know it's ready when we can drag a little path through our pan with our spatula and when the sauce is thick enough to coat our spatula. That looks perfect. So I can go ahead and turn off my heat, and then we can add 1/4 cup of butter. And then we'll just stir that in and let it melt. Now you can use the curd as is, but I recommend straining it first. And this is going to help get rid of any little bits of scrambled egg or maybe seeds or maybe pulp that was in your lemon. So we're just taking a sieve and placing it over a bowl and then pouring our sauce right in. And we'll use our spatula to push it through. And then we're left with just a little bit of pulp and scrambled egg bits. And then I'll take my spatula underneath the sieve and make sure I scrape off any extra of the smooth curd. And now we have this smooth, delicious curd that we'll go ahead and set aside. To make this really easy cookie dough, we're going to start with a medium-sized mixing bowl, and then we're going to add 1/2 cup of butter that is room temperature, 3/4 cup of cane sugar, but you could also use regular sugar, and then I'll mix this on high until it's light and fluffy. Next, we're going to add 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon of lemon zest, and 1/4 teaspoon of lemon extract, just to infuse lemon flavor without adding too much moisture. And then we'll mix this together just until the egg is incorporated. We're going to add 1 1/3 cups of almond flour, 1/2 cup of cassava flour, and then 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then we'll gently mix this together just until incorporated. And then you'll have this very soft and fragrant cookie dough. Now to keep this dough nice and soft but easy to handle, we want to refrigerate it to allow that butter to set. So I'm going to go ahead and just spread my dough towards the edges, which is going to make it a little bit thinner, which means it's going to cool off quicker. And then I'm going to put this in my freezer for about 15 minutes or until it's chilled. Well, I took the cookie dough out of the freezer after 15 minutes and it's perfectly set. To form the cookies, I'm going to use my medium-sized cookie scoop. I'm only going to fill it about 2/3 of the way full. So I find this makes the perfect size of cookie. And then I'm just going to roll the dough in my hands till I have a nice ball. Drop it into my bowl of powdered sugar. And then roll it around and then place that onto my cookie sheet. And then I'll go in with my thumb and press a little well right in the center of the cookie. Make it nice and deep so it can hold lots of curd. And then I'll come in with about a teaspoonful of curd and just drop it right in the center. And then I'll repeat until I've filled up my entire pan. Well, these look gorgeous and they're ready to go into a 350-degree oven for about 12 to 15 minutes or until the sides of the cookie are just barely starting to turn brown at the bottom. Well, here's our lemon cookies fresh out of the oven and they look and smell so good. Now they look beautiful as is, but you can also add a little dusting of powdered sugar on top. So I'm just going to pull a bit of powdered sugar into my sieve and then holding it nice and high, I'll very gently let it rain powdered sugar down on our cookies. This is very #satisfying. Now we'll let our cookies cool in our pan for about another 5 minutes and then transfer them onto our cooling rack until they cool completely. But thankfully I have a batch I made yesterday that are ready for sampling. Those are delicious. That is the perfect balance of sweet and tangy. As soon as you bite in, you get that delicious cookie that is just nice and crispy on the outside, but it's just soft and chewy on the inside. And then you get that bright burst of lemon flavor coming from the curd that is so delicious. Now, of course, these are a treat and need to be eaten in moderation, but I love that I'm eating something with clean, natural ingredients, which means that I'm gonna feel just as good even after I eat it. And I love being able to share these creatively healthier recipes so that you can enjoy them too. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today in my kitchen. I've included a link to the full recipe and video. It's in the video description below, and it takes you to my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you know someone else who you think would love this recipe, please share this video with them. And I cannot wait to have you hang out with me again in my kitchen.